For centuries, spiritual leaders have spoken about a powerful idea. The idea that the world you experience is deeply connected to the state of your inner consciousness. Today, this idea is called manifestation. But long before modern self-help movement, teachers across different traditions were already pointing to this same principle. Teachers like Neville Goddard, Eckhart Tolle, and even Jesus. Their language was different, but the central message they shared was remarkably similar, that the state of your mind shapes the reality you experience. Neville Goddard taught that the imagination is one of the most powerful forces in human life. He believed that what you consistently imagine, feel, and assume to be true begins to shape your circumstances in life. According to Neville Goddard, manifestation does not begin with action. It begins with identity. With the story you tell yourself about who you are. If someone deeply believes that they are limited, unlucky, or undeserving, their life often reflects those beliefs. But if someone begins to imagine themselves as capable, abundant, and confident, their behavior, decisions, and opportunities often begin to change. Goddard called this the law of assumption, the idea that what you assume to be true about yourself and your life eventually becomes reflected in your experience. Another spiritual teacher who spoke about the power of consciousness is Eckhart Tolle. Tolle emphasizes something slightly different. He teaches that the present moment is the doorway to transformation. Many people spend their lives trapped in mental stories about the past or worries about the future. But according to Tolle, true power exists in the present moment. When you become deeply aware of your thoughts and emotions without identifying with them, you create space. And in that space, your relationship with life begins to change. Instead of reacting automatically, you begin to respond consciously. This shift in awareness can dramatically change the direction of your life. Many people notice similar ideas in the teachings of Jesus. One of the most famous statements attributed to Jesus was, "According to your faith, it will be done unto you." Faith in this sense can be understood as a deep inner conviction, a belief held so strongly that it shapes how you see the world. Another teaching often quoted says, "The kingdom of God is within you." Many interpret this as pointing to the idea that spiritual transformation begins internally, not externally. The inner world belief, awareness, and identity shapes the outer experience of life. So when you look at these teachings together, a pattern begins to emerge. Neville Goddard emphasized imagination and assumption. Eckhart Tolle emphasized presence and awareness. Jesus emphasized faith and inner transformation. Different language, but a similar direction. All three point inward. They suggest the transformation begins with consciousness, within belief, within awareness. Manifestation, when understood in this deeper sense, it's not about forcing reality. It's not about wishing for something and expecting the universe to instantly deliver it. Instead, manifestation is becoming aligned internally with the life you wish to experience. Your thoughts influence your emotions. Your decisions influence your actions. And your actions shape the direction of your life. When someone begins to think differently about themselves, their behavior changes. They take different opportunities. They meet different people. They pursue different paths. Over time, this shift in mindset can lead to dramatically different outcomes. But there is another important element in these teachings. letting go. Eckhart Tolle often speaks about the importance of not clinging too tightly to mental desires. When we become obsessed with controlling every outcome, we often create tension and resistance. Instead, presence invites a different approach. Take action, visualize clearly, but remain calm and open to the flow of life. Many spiritual traditions describe this as trusting the process, doing your part while remaining grounded and aware. Another key idea shared across these teachings is self-awareness. Your mind is constantly filled with doubt, fear, or resentment. These emotional states tend to influence how you interact with the world. But when someone cultivates gratitude, calmness, and confidence, their interactions with life change. They become more open, more resilient, more creative. This does not mean that life becomes perfect, but it does mean that your relationship with life often becomes healthier and more intentional. So perhaps manifestation is not magic. Perhaps it's simply the natural consequence of a transformed mind. When belief changes, perception changes. When perception changes, choices change. And when choices change, life begins to move in new directions. If there's one lesson shared by these teachers, it may be this: your inner world matters. The thoughts you practice, the beliefs you reinforce, and the awareness you cultivate. These shape how you experience reality. So take a moment today to be aware of your inner dialogue. Notice the thoughts you repeat. Notice the beliefs you hold about yourself and your life. And ask yourself a simple question. Are these thoughts creating the life that I want, or are they holding me back? Because when awareness grows, transformation becomes possible.